Shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to start off by giving all glory, honor, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Hakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us is true. A sincere shalom to the hopeful like this out there, listening, learning, and or teaching in truth and sincerity. Shalom. All right, I'm going to play a video real quick. A couple videos actually about, some videos that Iran and China made about America. Okay, showing you what time it is in biblical prophecy. Okay, everything we're telling you is gonna happen. All right, you can see it slowly manifesting. Okay, so I'm gonna say fair use for educational purposes only. Fair use. Let's see if I can play the video here.
China has gone public and released a disturbing video on the United States' 250th birthday. Look.
Happy birthday.
China has gone public and released a disturbing video on the United States.
Yeah, so there was China, and the 250th year, which we tell you all the time, the average age that an empire lasts before it collapses is 250 years, man. So America is reaching that end point, okay? And China is showing you, what they think about America. Okay, is that like the scripture says, that red horse that came to take peace from the earth. Okay, all these nations hate America, man. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flags here of 6 different countries. All right, that are sick of America's shit, and they standing with China. Right? Now let's see what the next video shows. And this one was made by China, but the next one is made by Iran.
I'm really scared. And I'm laughing because I'm scared, okay? I'm going to show you something, and I want you to know that Iran posted it. Iran posted this themselves. It's been verified. Hold on.
One vengeance for all. See that?
Okay. Iran just posted that video in the last 48 hours. That video started with the beginning of the time of the United States of America, and then it was every country that we unalived a child in. They didn't even add Iraq, Afghanistan. They didn't add Laos, Cambodia. They didn't add Nicaragua, Puerto Rico, or anything like that in between. They added some heavy hitters, though I'm not going to fucking hold you. And it's hitters that Donald Trump recently just disrespected. Vietnam, disrespect. Japan, disrespect. Why didn't you tell us about Pearl Harbor? That was a nuke hitting New York City.
That's right. And that's what's going to happen. That's just a foreshadowing of what's to come, man. What have we been telling you for forever, man? Starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, that America will be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. Okay? Because all these other countries are going to get tired of America's shit. Okay, now a long time ago, America was that superpower that everybody was afraid of. Okay, but what happened? This is Joel 3 and verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Right? The Lord has put that warlike spirit on these Gentile nations. Right? Verse 10, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong. That's right. So no longer are they focusing on work and building up their infrastructure. These other nations like China, Iran, Russia, so on and so forth, they are now focusing on war, building up their military, building up their nuclear capabilities, building up their ability to fight. All right. It says, verse 11, assemble yourselves and come, all you heathen, right? The other nations that are not Israelites. Who are the real Israelites of the Bible today? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. It says, and gather yourselves together round about thither, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Because we know that eventually there's going to be a lot of boots on the ground. Okay, there's going to be a draft. Could be this year. They're talking about in November there could be a draft, or will be a draft. I got to look more into it, but they already have the laws in place to draft men and women 18 to 26, but they may be expanding it because they know that the only way for America to reopen that strait, they got to put boots on the ground over there. And that is going to turn into a massacre for the American military because, that terrain over there is widely unknown and it's all booby trapped. Okay, so if you want to take that place over, you're going to have to send millions of men to go die. You're going to have to spend millions and billions of dollars to basically destroy this place. And they're going to be using what? Guerrilla warfare. They got them drones that only cost 20 grand, right? And the Iron Dome, it would cost millions of dollars to shoot one of those $20,000 missiles down, and they'd often fail. So the point being, man, America is gonna have to step it up because Iran is not giving up. Okay, Iran's not giving up. Russia and China are backing Iran. Okay, eventually this is gonna be World War III. And over there in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, that's where we know that the Lord is gonna judge them, man. The Lord is gonna go and shoot that laser beam down. Pursuing 2 Ezra, the 13th chapter. The heathen are going to be fighting each other, and then they're going to turn and try to fight Yahushua when he returns. Okay, but we know also when the Lord returns, what? Okay, around that same time, these things are all going to be happening at once. America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. Okay, which the Lord is going to put it in the spirit of these kings to do it. Right? Let's get that. I believe it's in the Proverbs. This is Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Right? So the Lord is putting it in the hands of the Russians, the Chinese, the Iranians, and all these other heathen nations that are going to be joined to them to fuck America up, to get ready for war. All right, and the Lord is putting it in the Americans' mind to fight as well. Okay? So everything is heading towards World War III going nuclear, man. And all you people on the internet freaking out, bugging out, because you see it slowly starting to go this direction. World War III is coming, okay? Quickly, like the scripture said it would. Okay, let's get Revelation 11:14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. That's right. Very quickly, man. There's no peace in the Middle East. There's no peace. There's no agreements being set up. It's just slowly escalating towards that nuclear holocaust that's getting ready to happen. And of course, we see the technological age speeding up as well, and them getting ready to mandate the chip for buying and selling. Okay, so everything is happening according to prophecy. And you people may be freaking out, but this is what the scripture said would happen, man. All right, let's get Luke 21 and verse 25. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars. Right, we've been seeing them blood moons. Okay, it says, and upon the earth distress of nations. Right, that uncertainty, that turmoil. People are going to be scared, not knowing what is going on, what to do, especially with all this economic woes, famines, earthquakes. Right, it says with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Right, let's get this word perplex. To embarrass, to puzzle, to bewilder, to fill someone with uncertainty. Right, that's it right there. To fill somebody with uncertainty. Okay, but the Lord's elect, right? Lord's will would be the elect. Hey, we're not worried about it, man. We're excited for these times, man. We know that this must happen before we get the kingdom. All hell has to break loose, right? You got ICE gunning our people down on the street, police gunning our people down, these Edomites putting our people to death and getting away with it scot-free. Okay? You see Jake getting gunned down, so-called black men, so-called black women, right? All hell is breaking loose, and it's going to intensify to the point where the Lord is going to have to step in and give us spiritual powers. Okay, so we're very close to the end here, man. Things are drastically moving forward at a quicker rate. All right, and it's very beautiful, man. You know, making these lessons, I get excited because, you know, just years ago, it wasn't moving at this pace, man. So we're getting close. All right, this is verse 26. Men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming upon the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken, right? The powers of heaven, they're going to be shaken when them nuclear bombs come down and blow this place to smithereens. Hey, that's what everybody's afraid of. That's what nobody wants to happen. But at the same time, it must happen in order for Yahweh Shai to set up his kingdom here on earth. This wicked kingdom must be obliterated. This is Luke 21:27. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. That cloud being the giant fathership, so-called UFO, so-called flying saucer. Okay, this is all going to be happening at once. Verse 2 Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. Right, people not going to be expecting it because people stuck on stupid. People want the fashion of this world to continue, so they're not looking for the coming of the Lord, man. People like Alizar talking about, oh, the Lord is going to take 1,000 years to come back, right? Meanwhile, he's with his girlfriends getting pegged. You see, that's why hey, a lot of you camps ain't right, man, because you're not following this instruction right here, all right? Which we're gonna get into. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, right? The heavens gonna be shaken. That's the thermonuclear missiles hitting, you know, heating up to hundreds of millions of degrees. Okay, shaking the earth. The scripture says the earth will shake to and fro as a drunkard, man. It says, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, right? Elements being torn apart. That only happens in the center of the sun. That's where you got ions floating around. It's not even full atoms. The electrons and protons were ripped apart from each other from the intense heat. That's what's going to be happening here on the earth when these nuclear missiles hit. It says the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up, right? All this wickedness is going to be burned up. All these you know, idol worship and wicked way of life, this capitalism, right? These child trafficking rings that are set up worldwide. Hey, once America goes down, all this wickedness worldwide is going down. Okay? Because this is the headquarters of the wicked system on the earth. This is the spearhead of the beast, America. Verse 11, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, right? You see that this is going to happen. It's getting ready to happen. What manner of person ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness? What does holy mean? It means set apart. Our conversation should be set apart. Should we be crying and scared? Should we be saying, God bless America? Fuck no. All right, it's telling us right here in verse 12, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High. Hey, we got to look forward to it. We want it to happen. We wish this already happened so we could be in the kingdom at peace, at rest. All right, not having to worry about, oh, let me buy the right oatmeal at the store because this one contains secretions from a beaver's asshole. And they labeled it as natural flavors on the back of your strawberry oatmeal. Oh, let me make sure that I get the right soap because this one caused cancer. You see, and the FDA just allows all this bullshit, man. Framing mischief into law. We got to deal with this damn devil every day. He controls all these different things. You know, all these industries, man. Our women being pumped full of chemicals, man. You know, with all these different feminine products, the tampons got arsenic and lead. You know, what kind of shit is that, man? We can't even enjoy life. We can't even buy real food. They're putting plastic in the fucking vegetables and shit. All GMO. You know, chemicals in the food. They got that atrazine and everything that throws off the male hormone. You know, it's like everywhere you go is something that's weaponized against you, man. Okay? We're excited for this time, man. When those nuclear missiles come down, that fire and brimstone, okay? That's a cleansing agent, man. That uranium in the missiles, that's like sulfur, which in the ancient world, sulfur was used. If you burn sulfur, which is brimstone, it released smoke into the air, which purified the air and killed pests. Okay, well, Edomites, you so-called white people, are the ultimate pest. And that uranium is going to cleanse the world of your fucking wickedness, man. It's going to do away with you fucking people and your system. That's why the scripture says that there was 4 angels set up for a time, for a day, for an hour, and a year to kill the third part of men. The third part of men is the sons of the wicked. Because you got 3 types of people on this earth. You got the sons of the wicked, which are the Edomites. You got the sons of men, which are the heathen, the other heathens. And then you got the sons of God, or the sons of power, which are the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. Okay? And so when the sons of the wicked are taken out of rulership by these thermonuclear missiles, okay, that's when the kingdom is going to be translated to the Israelites, man. You know, it's going to go from Esau to Jacob. Okay, we're going to rule the earth the right way. All you heathens, all you other nations are going to see, and you're going to regret not allowing us to rule from the beginning, man. Because here we are in Esau's own rulership, and all I see on social media is a bunch of angry white people, angry at their own system, man. You know, if they're suffering, imagine how bad we're suffering. We've been suffering since slavery, man. You know? So this is a wicked system. It needs to be done away with. It's a system that doesn't work. It's archaic. Okay? Is rudimentary. And it's anti-life. Okay? But back in 2 Peter 3 and 12, it says, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High. This is the attitude the Lord wants us to have. Wherein the heavens, being on fire, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for a new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. That's right, a world where you don't have to worry about getting fucked over. Okay, a world where it's not what is that saying they say? A dog eat dog world. Let's get that. Dog eat dog world. What does that mean? A dog-eat-dog world is a highly competitive, cutthroat environment where people do whatever it takes to succeed even if it harms others. Right there, man. That's capitalism. It suggests an every man for himself mentality where only the strongest survive. Yeah, where only the strongest brute beast survives, because that's the system that the so-called white man created. Because he's a brute beast. Okay, but we're gonna set up a system that actually works for civilized people, such as ourselves, the Israelites. Okay, for people who actually were created to rule from the beginning, man. Okay, and everybody is gonna see that we are a people of great wisdom and understanding, man. Okay, even though now we're not doing so well because we're in a cursed state. Okay, but it's all according to prophecy. Once the Lord does this, all right, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. All right. It says, wherefore, beloved, seeing that you look for such things, be diligent that you may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless, right? So this is what we're commanded to do, man. Have this mindset of wanting the Lord to come sooner, and then in the meantime, we're keeping the sayings of the Lord, doing what we're supposed to be doing, keeping the law to the best of our ability, keeping the faith, making these videos, going to the highways, right, and waiting patiently for the Lord, man. But hastening the day, okay, looking for every opportunity to show that prophecy is speeding up, man, because it says he's gonna come like a thief in the night. So if we out here bullshitting, acting like he's gonna take forever, guess what? He gonna catch you off guard, and your ass is gonna die a terrible death. So this isn't a laughing matter. This isn't a fucking road trip where you keep asking, are we fucking there yet? You pay attention. You look out the window, and you better know that we're there, man, before the driver do. You better know before the person next to you know. The person next to you may not be hastening the day. So we gotta, like the scripture says, look for our own salvation, roughly paraphrasing, because the Lord will destroy this place. This is biblical prophecy, right? Jeremiah 50 verse 9, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, right? The north country being Russia. That's how the end of America will happen, through Russia. But Russia will be joined with what? An assembly of great nations. China, Iran, like we saw in the video. These countries are all puffing at America, man. They're ready. The assembly of great nations is here. It says, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence shall she be taken. Their arrows shall be of a mighty expert man. None shall remain in vain. Or Salakia, none shall return in vain. Right? They're not going to go back. These missiles are going to be guided straight to the target, and they will not fail. This is Isaiah 13 and 9. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, Babylon being America, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Right? Them wicked ass nations, how did he destroy them? With fire and brimstone. Verse 20, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their folds there. But beasts, wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and an owl shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there, right? All these unclean animals are going to live in this desert called America after the thermonuclear destruction. It says, and the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. We are at the end of America, Akim. The end of the final Gentile rulership, the end of this final wicked captivity that we're in. And Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is getting ready to make an example out of this evil nation. Okay? And we are seeing the signs of it clear as day. This is where everything is heading. Okay? Of course, before these countries get together and blow this place up off the map, the MOTB must be mandated for buying and selling first. Okay? Which that is also getting ready to happen very soon, Hakim. But with that, I want to finish by giving all glory, honor, and praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem HaKodash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us as truth, a sincere shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom wa, abad babal, shalom.